Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the professional world of cannabis grading. We're going to break down the exact methods that the insiders use to judge quality, so you can learn to see flower through the eyes of a real expert. Have you ever been there just staring at a huge dispensary menu, trying to choose between all these different strains and feeling totally lost? You're definitely not alone. The variety can be overwhelming. And let's be honest, the marketing doesn't always tell you the whole story. But here's the thing. There is a way to cut right through all that noise. There's an insider's method to spotting the absolute best flower. And it's a skill that literally anyone can learn. It's all about knowing what to look for, what to smell for, and even what to feel for. Okay, so let's dive right in. At the heart of any professional assessment is a grading system. This is the framework that separates that incredible top-shelf flower from, what's just destined for the trim bin. And it's your key to making choices with total confidence. So the foundation of this entire system is actually a pretty simple A through D scale. Once you really get what each letter represents, you basically have a reliable map to navigate the whole landscape of cannabis quality. So check this out. This chart breaks down the entire quality spectrum for you. A grade, that's your magazine cover flower. We're talking dense, frosty, perfectly hand-trimmed, with potency that's often pushing over 27% THC. Then you've got B grade, which is a fantastic value pick, with really nice-sized buds that are perfect for bulk jars. C grade is your budget-friendly option, often those smaller popcorn nugs for value ounces. And D grade, well, that's the shake and trim that's typically used for stuff like pre-rolls and extracts. All right, so the very first tool in your toolkit is your eyes. Before you even get a whiff of it, a flower's appearance tells you a super detailed story about how it was grown, how it was harvested, and how it was cared for after the harvest. The pros follow a really strict but simple process to get a clear read. You always want to start clean to avoid any contamination, then immediately scan for those big deal breakers like mold, and then you can really focus on the bud itself, ignoring any distracting leaves. First up, let's talk about color. Vibrant greens, deep purples, bright oranges, these are all signs of a healthy, well-cared-for plant. But if you see a lot of yellow or brown, that's a huge red flag. It can point to anything from a nutrient deficiency to over-ripening or just a really poor curing process. And believe me, the trim makes a massive difference. A careful hand trim preserves the flower's natural shape, and, most importantly, those precious trichomes. Machine trimming, on the other hand, is way faster, but it can be really rough, often damaging the buds and leaving behind these little telltale signs, like splintered stems. So when we talk about a frosty appearance, what we're really talking about are trichomes. These are the tiny, sparkling resin glands that are basically the powerhouse of the whole plant. They produce all the cannabinoids and terpenes, so a thick, glistening coat of them is one of the best indicators of potency and flavor. Now, on the complete other end of that spectrum, you've got something called larf. It's industry slang for those smaller, fluffy, underdeveloped buds that you usually find on the lower branches. They just don't have the density or the trichome coverage of top-tier flower, and they're a clear sign of lower quality. Here's another term you might hear, foxtailing. It describes this really unique kind of spiky bud structure. And while some strains do it naturally because of their genetics, it's often a sign that the plant was stressed out by too much heat or light, which can definitely impact its overall quality. Now that you know what to look for, let's talk about smell and taste. The aroma, or what the pros call the nose, is a direct window into the flower's terpene profile. Terpenes are these amazing aromatic compounds that don't just dictate the scent, but they also contribute to the entire experience. A really high-quality flower should have a strong, complex, and appealing aroma that fits into one or more of these categories. So a pungent citrus smell points to high limonene, while an earthy, musky scent suggests myrcene. But a weak smell or something that smells like hay, that's a bad sign, usually a poor cure or just old product. And the flavor should always mirror the aroma. Think of it this way. A clean, smooth taste is the final confirmation of a quality process, all the way from seed to sale. If you get a harsh, burnt, or chemical taste, you know something went wrong somewhere along the line. Okay, now for what is arguably the most important part of this whole explainer, learning the automatic disqualifiers. These are the non-negotiable, absolute deal breakers that tell you to avoid a product no matter what the price or how good it looks. First and foremost, mold and mildew. Be on the lookout for any white, web-like fuzz or dark, spore-like spots. This isn't just a sign of poor storage, it's a potential health hazard. It is an immediate, absolute fail, no exceptions. Next up, seeds. Finding seeds in your flower means the female plant was pollinated. And when that happens, it spends all its energy creating seeds instead of producing those potent cannabinoids and terpenes you're looking for. It's the hallmark of a poorly managed grow. And finally, any signs of pests, and I mean insects, webs, eggs, anything, are an obvious sign of contamination. This is an immediate disqualification. No questions asked. Just walk away. So there you have it. You now have the grading scale, you've got the visual cues, and you know the critical warnings. You have the complete toolkit to assess cannabis flower with total confidence. Here's your final cheat sheet to bring it all together. Just run through these 4 quick checks. First, look. Is it frosty, dense, and vibrant? Second, smell. Is the aroma strong and appealing? Third, feel. Is it sticky and resinous, not dry and crumbly? And of course, always do a final check for those big red flags we just talked about. By following these steps, you're not just guessing anymore based on a cool strain name or a high THC number. You are now equipped to be an informed connoisseur, ready to identify true quality and make the choices that are perfect for you. So the only question left is, does your flower make the grade?